Hello, and welcome to the Redhead and the Bearded Beauty. I'm the Redhead.
And I am the Bearded Beauty.
And this might be your last podcast for a while.
It might be my last one for a while, or I might have another one next week. We'll see.
We've been talking about this for a few weeks, and I think we're really excited.
Yeah. Baby's due next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could go at any moment. So every time my phone rings, my heart skips a beat. I need to go pick her up. So.
Right. Yeah. Well, my predicted due date, I think, was the 8th or 9th.
Yeah, we're a little past that.
We're a little past that. So what I thought, maybe early, full moon, a lot of babies are born. I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly thought she was going to go into labor last weekend because she came home and she starts packing on Friday.
Oh, yeah?
And start getting the stuff ready. And I just had this feeling like it was coming. And it's like, oh, no, I need to get the house cleaned up for my parents to come and watch the girls.
Yeah.
But, yeah, here we are almost a week later now, and we're still.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. Tonight we have the Mayor Show. We're doing it live.
Yes, we do have the Mayor Show tonight.
It's our second live format, so you can join us on Zoom or on Facebook Live. The Zoom link is on Facebook, Twitter, and Nextdoor, so you can find that or write your questions on Facebook Live
and the live chat, and Megan will ask those to the mayor, and he'll answer them live. So format for any of those who are interested, we are on Facebook Live. We have provided the Zoom link so we can have that face-to-face interaction.
Yeah.
And then it's only about a half hour long.
Yeah.
We're recording these to also play on KPTS.
Yeah.
They have 27-minute time limit. So sometimes it seemed like the last show went by really, really fast.
It went by really fast. And so we always have lots of questions. We're not able to get to all of them. So make sure you tune in for the next one if yours doesn't get answered. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited. We had the mayor's son join us last time. It was very cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure we'll get lots of questions about the ordinance passed on Tuesday, the marijuana ordinance. So
a couple people seem to be interested in that.
just a couple. So and every time I see the word decriminalization, I kind of cringe because it's not a decriminalization. Just we're trying to put out information just so people don't think it's okay to go, smoke a blunt in front of a cop. Maybe don't do that. Don't do that at this juncture. So.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that, and I was ready for a pun there, but
sorry, but
I got a little distracted by that.
Yeah.
No,
only the state or the federal can decriminalize marijuana. We're just not processing marijuana or fentanyl test strips in our courts, but just from a
municipal court.
In municipal court, thank you. Municipal court, the DA can still take those up. So from our CYA sort of standpoint, it's not decriminalized. It's incorrect. So
and something important to realize is the police department still has to enforce the law, and not just our municipal laws or ordinances. They have to enforce state law, federal law, all of that. So they still have to do this. So it's like you said, it's not a good idea to sit there and smoke right in front of a police officer.
Right? Yeah, don't do that. They are required to enforce state law by just the way that things are formatted. They still have to do that. So. Don't do that.
Yeah. So what else? What else have been going on this week?
There's always just so much, but we've got Open Streets coming up. We're gonna have Troy here in just a few minutes talking about that. Really fun event.
If you haven't checked out yet our WPD podcast, I would encourage you to do that this week, especially.
Oh yeah,
we went out and helped them record with the WPD mounted unit.
I was jealous.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So
I wanted to go pet those horses.
They're training some new officers to be on the mounted unit, so we went out there and talked to them, and it was fun to see Trevor and Chad on a horse doing the interview.
I want to talk about their hats for a minute.
Yes.
I like that they dress thematically and match. So I think we need to match on this podcast.
I'm going to start calling you when we record these and
figure out our outfits. Jason won't match with me. So far no one will dress the same as me. So it's just something I would love for us all to do.
Given the fact that sometimes we just record these show on a whim and we don't know we're doing it that day.
Shh, don't break the allure. Someone in the elevator asked me, they're like, what day do you record? I was like, I don't know.
We're doing it today, actually.
We're doing it today. And he's like, do you record on a Monday? And I was like, sometimes. We don't know.
Sometimes it's Monday, sometimes it's Friday.
We should pretend that we plan these out better.
We should pretend, but then
where's the accuracy in that?
It's not being real.
Yeah.
But back to Troy and Chad for a second. I was up up high. You know, we were on a little stand, so I could shoot the opening and closing of the podcast with them and everybody working in the background. And I'm up there, and I see Chad and Trevor pull up and get out both wearing blue jeans and boots and plaid shirts and cowboy hats. And as they're walking up, it's like I watched it in slow motion.
It's pretty cute.
Yeah. And the song Old Town Road by Lil Nas X was playing in my head. I'm like, that's hilarious.
It was very cute. It was very thematic. And yeah, they're up on the horses. Which horses were they on? Do you know?
I can't remember. I remember one of them was Hero. But I forget the names of the other two that were in the interview. So.
Yeah, I don't remember all the horses' names, and I should. I remember Keeper, but I think that's the only one.
I think Keeper might have been one of the other ones. Now that you say that. So. Yeah. But watch the show, find out.
Yeah, it's fun. So yeah. Good for them. Lots going on. What else? We've got next week. The council is looking at approving the CIP costs for Century 2. So that's really exciting for people who really support that building. So significant investment in that building.
Long needed improvements to take place there. So.
Yeah. So yeah, be sure to check that out. What else?
I will say this week we started as a committee. I can't talk about details, but started reviewing proposals for the new website redesign. So
yeah, I don't know if you did this, but like I took those books home like one at a time. We had RFPs that we had to read through, and they were lengthy.
They were very lengthy.
They were heavy and they were lengthy, and I hauled those things home, and I actually fell asleep reading a couple of them because like you get home 6 or 7, and then like I would make dinner and I would read those and like fall asleep on the books.
Yeah, that was a lot of reading with the proposals we had to read everything that they're laying out that they think we needed and what we've been asking for, what requirements they could meet. So yeah, that was fun reading through those, but some great proposals in there. So I'm excited to move forward with it. And
it's an exciting process, but also this is my first RFP process. And we do things that have, like, we're obviously a bureaucracy. So we definitely follow a very stringent format. So
and there's a reason behind that.
100%. And it's great, but it's also just like a lot of reading, a lot of homework.
Yeah, and it can be very frustrating at times because you feel like you're moving at the speed of government, but at the same time, there's a reason. It's trying to make sure the process is fair and you're doing your due diligence and not just rushing something through. So.
Yeah, 100%. Can I discuss the title of one of the RFPs?
I don't believe we can until the process is over.
Fine.
But yes, it was quite entertaining. We'll leave it at that. So I probably ought to switch topics before we get in trouble.
Please do.
Talking about too much more.
Please do.
So.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't want to get us in trouble.
But it was rather funny. We'll bring it up in a later episode.
Yeah, when we can talk about it. Once we finish
that.
it, we will bring it up. I'm trying to think. I have all these notes from this week. We've got so Amadon is also closing on the 19th. The northbound lane is closing. So for that neighborhood, the fire station, Station 23, they've been enacting that. So. Getting everything hooked up, ready for that 14-month process of working on the bridge. The full closure will start the first week of October. Very nice. For those in that neighborhood, driving around there.
The city held a job fair earlier this week up at the Workforce Development Center.
Yeah, we're hiring for a bunch of positions, and I know that most of our watchers are probably only our own employees, but
maybe they would like to transfer within the organization.
Right.
But for those of you, even if you are in the organization and you want to transfer, or if you are not a part of the organization, you're watching, we have a lot of positions open in transit. We're in need of a lot of drivers. Park and Recreation, they have a lot of positions in forestry. So I need people to maintain the trees. Trying to think, there was one more department out there that had quite a few openings: transit, parks, and public works. They have a lot of maintenance laborer positions available. So
100%. So
I think we have positions in all of our departments, but I know those 3 in particular were needing quite a few employees. So if you're interested, we are hiring. Yeah. Wichita.gov/jobs.
Wichita.gov/jobs. Another thing that we talked about at the briefing today, so the library is hosting an Amnesty Week. For, we removed fines for our library books, but now we're hosting an Amnesty Week, like no questions asked, come bring in your old materials. And I am incredibly interested in the most interesting, oddest material that's going to be returned. So I'm going to be on Sean to find that out for me, and I will report back on this podcast.
Should we start taking bets on like what the oldest book the oldest return would be?
That'd be cool. I'm going to say the 1960s.
Like something that hasn't been
checked out since the 1960s.
Man, I'm going to go with like 2003.
Okay, you're probably more accurate, but I'm hoping for something a lot older.
That would be awesome, and we'd have to do a story on that.
Yeah, I'm really like interested in what the weirdest thing is going to be. And they do. I don't know the last time you checked out a book at the library, but like something I love is like you've saved X amount of dollars each year by using the library versus buying books, and I love that. Those are always really fun. So, all right.
I think we ought to get to our interview.
Yeah, let's bring Troy.
All right, we got our Park and Recreation Director, Troy Houtman, on. He's going to talk ICT Open Streets with us, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
The best thing about working for the City of Wichita is longevity. We have wonderful benefits. A lot of employees work with us long term, so it is a good job experience. We have lots of departments, Public Works, we've got airport, everything that involves the city, we have it.
So we have some street maintenance positions, which would be maintaining the roads and bridges through the city. We've got some in sewer treatment, which would be repairing pumps and working on some of the equipment at our sewer treatment plant. And then we also need drivers for our upcoming snow and ice season. So all of those spreaders that are out there that you see during the winter, we need folks to drive those.
Today we're currently just looking for bus operators and mechanics. Anybody willing to drive a 40-foot bus? If you're able to obtain a CDL, I can use you driving for the city. If you don't want to drive and you're looking for mechanics positions, we have those available as well.
So we have gardening positions, which go out and they mow, weed eat, edge the area parks. Forestry, we have a lot of tree maintenance positions going into the right-of-way trees, pruning them, cleaning up afterwards, just to help maintain the tree canopy in the city of Wichita.
Pretty much all the things that keep the city running are in Public Works, and it's a great place to, have a job that shows you care about the city.
Driving around the city, getting paid to see the city, getting paid to wave and smile at people, get them from point A to point B safely. And I'm going to pay you for the entire time you're out there doing it. It's the easiest job. It's an office on wheels, so to speak.
It's a team atmosphere. Come work with us. We'd love to have you.
This has been a very productive job fair this morning. We've had a lot of people come through. A lot of people are interested in actually working for the city. So I encourage everyone to look at our website. It's wichita.gov. And if you have any questions, just give us a call.
All right, we are back with our first two-time guest, Director of Parks and Recreation. I guess Park and Recreation, my bad. I was thinking of the TV show. Troy Houtman. Yeah. I can hear the music playing in the background now. So, Troy, thanks for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys.
All right. First off, I guess we've already covered who you are, so we'll just go straight into Two Truths and a Lie.
Oh, okay.
So we kind of pulled you into this. Do you want us to go first while you get prepped?
Yeah, you guys go first. Yeah.
All right, I will go first. So I have finance facts this week. So last year, 20% of vendor payments were issued to minority and women-owned businesses. Over 85,000 payroll payments are issued each year by the city of Wichita. And the department with the biggest budget is the police department at $110 million. So which one of those is a lie?
Say the second one again.
Over 85,000 payroll payments were issued last year.
I think we have more than that.
More payments than that?
Yeah.
I did say over.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. What was the first one for EDB?
20% of vendor payments were issued to minority and women-owned businesses.
That's the truth.
That's the truth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
because we have goals for our EDB, emerging disadvantaged businesses and minority women-owned businesses, and we have met those, at least in my memory.
Yeah, and in some departments it far exceeded.
Yeah, some departments far exceed.
Parks and Recreation exceeds it every year.
You guys do. You guys
yes,
get awards and.
We should get a special gold award, but we don't. But we know that we lead the way.
Well,
that's what's most important.
You worked on Quali that did all that outreach for making it easier for businesses to sign up.
Yeah, so people can sign up and learn more about how to do business with the city and different opportunities. So,
what's the Quali website again?
Workwith.wichita.gov.
Workwith.wichita.gov if someone wants to work with us.
Yep, if you're interested in doing business with the city, workwith.wichita.gov. All right, so back on the topic.
Sorry.
The third one was a lie. The department with the biggest budget is actually Public Works and Utilities.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was. I
said the police department.
You said the police department.
Because just the water department by itself is humongous.
Yeah,
and then you add in roads and bridges, all the new construction that's going on, all the engineering work. Yes, Public Works has the biggest budget. Yes.
That's true, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Megan.
All right, so it's September, which basically in girl world means it is already spooky season. So I'm very basic, very into spooky season. So I have some Halloween facts as we get ready.
Very nice.
So a town in Hiawatha, Kansas is credited for the first community Halloween celebration. It was called the Halloween Frolic. And after they did the first one, other states started copying this. Are you taking notes?
No, I'm... Yes.
Okay. All right. So for anyone just listening, Troy has gotten his pad out and he's like writing down. Some haunted places include the White House, which is purported to be haunted by Abraham Lincoln, Abigail Adams, Andrew Jackson, and David Burns. Mm-hmm. And haunted places in Wichita include Old Town Museum, Orpheum, and City Hall.
Okay. I think that's true.
You think which one?
The haunted locations.
The haunted locations
in Wichita. I've never heard of City Hall being haunted, although I think sometimes working here, you're like, this place is haunted. But I'm going to go with the third one.
You are correct. Those other two, Old Cowtown Museum and Orpheum, are said to be haunted. But City Hall, the only thing haunting City Hall is me. So
I would disagree. I would say the elevators are haunted.
That is true.
Yeah,
I've seen elevators just open up for no reason. I've seen them not open up at all.
Right.
I've been on the inside when they don't want to open up.
Yeah, that's true. But I'd say in terms of specters, it's probably just me being pale and haunting people's offices. So.
Now, if you'd have said the Drury Broadview, I would have believed you and not City Hall.
That is purported to be haunted as well.
Yes. So, all right, Troy.
All right, so you guys gave me like 2 minutes to come up with
We just grabbed you.
But I think I got it. So, let me think how can I frame it. So, we all know our mascot, Barry the Bison.
Barry the Bison.
Did he have a different name when he was born?
What was it?
Well, true or false?
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what it was.
Okay, all right.
Let's see. Parks and Recreation offers. Oh, let's see. Oh, do we offer underwater basket weaving?
No, we don't. We don't offer that.
Okay. And let's see. A truth. We offer flag football in the spring.
We do.
Okay.
And Barry did used to have a different name. I do remember that. It was very briefly. Was it Barney? Or it was another B name, but I can't quite remember what it was.
I thought it was Barry the Buffalo.
Nope. It was, oh God, what was it? Was it Brandon? Yeah. But what was a story behind that was that it was copyrighted by the National Park Foundation.
Oh.
And I got a call from a lawyer.
Like, nope, we can't do that.
How dare you?
Yeah. So we went with Barry the Bison.
Barry the Bison.
Barry is the name of my best friend.
Tell us why it's the bison and not the buffalo.
Well, the state mammal is a bison. So we named it after that. There are different species of bison, buffalo being one of those. So there you go. And I could almost argue that we do offer underwater basket weaving because we have a scuba class. That's an intro scuba class that we do at our swimming pools.
Okay.
And they actually have wove a basket just for fun, just to say that, hey, we've done underwater basket weaving.
Well, that's really fun.
That sounds like fun. Maybe next summer I can take that one up and try a scuba class out.
Well, you just try the scuba class, and then you bring some weaving materials, and you do some underwater basket weaving.
Very
Sounds
good.
like fun.
Yeah. That way I can say when somebody's like, it's like doing this. I've actually done that.
That's right. So. I took that class.
All right. So this weekend, Troy, you have a big event coming up. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Huge event. Super excited. Really pumped. Open Streets on Sunday, going from 12 noon to 5 o'clock. We're going to close Douglas for 4 miles, and we want everybody to bring their bicycles, their scooters, their skateboards. Come hang out. We're going to have a lot of music going on. We have a lot of food going on as well. The restaurants and other businesses along Douglas will be open. Just a chance to recreate, do some exercise, see people from the east side. East Siders can see the West Siders. The West Siders come visit with the East Siders. It's really a fun event. I've seen some things that are just so heartwarming during those 5 hours. So, quite literally, I've seen people that are East Siders say, I haven't seen you forever, and it was a West Sider, and they got to see each other and spend an hour talking to each other. People actually walking on Douglas, seeing the sights on Douglas and seeing it in a different way, because normally they drive 40 miles an hour on Douglas. Some people do it 50.
I hope not, because that's against the speed limit.
It is, but that's what I'm saying. So now they're going walking or bicycling, and they see Douglas in a whole different manner. There's tons of art. There's tons of things, really cool things to see on Douglas. And when you walk, you can actually see them for what they are. It's really, really kind of cool. A couple of other things I thought was really heartwarming. I'll never forget an elderly lady. She was with her family, but she was in her wheelchair. And so I went to her and said, hey, is there any way we can help you out? Anything we need to do? And she said, no, this is exactly what I want. I wanted to take my wheelchair down the middle of Douglas.
Awesome.
And like, more power to you. Yes. Just so much fun stuff. Pets, animals, bring your dogs. I've seen a turkey. I've seen a couple other weird things.
That's awesome.
People bring in. There's some really cool custom bicycles. The bicycles, I think, is really interesting. It's a great way to get up and down. When I've gone, my wife and I, Donita, we've gone up and down like 5 times, and we just ride the bike back and forth, and it's just a great way to get some exercise in and say hello to everybody. I could tell you one more story about Open Streets.
Please.
So, was an idea I brought to Wichita after going to a conference, and I think you might have recalled Janet Miller, one of our former council members. She arranged for me to go to this conference. I really didn't know what it was about, and it was about open streets. I'm thinking this is a conference for broadening bicycle lanes or something like that.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. I got there and learned so much, got so pumped. It was just such a great conference. So I came back, pitched it to the mayor, and the mayor told me, no, that's a bad idea, Troy. Streets are for cars and cars only. I worked on them, got them going, worked on the chief of police and got their support. The first year, held my breath, didn't know how it was going to work out, but it turned out really, really great. The next year we did it, was even larger. And so the mayor was at the very start of the event, and he calls me over and he says, Troy, don't tell anybody this, but you were right. I was wrong. I said, I know. Yeah. And so now I tell everybody.
Well, it's nice to have it. We had to cancel because of the pandemic, and I think people really missed it in this large format. So it's really, I'm excited. We're going to bring the dogs and go down there. Yeah,
I think last year we had it, and it was a good comeback. I think this year is going to be even larger. We're going to have more food trucks this year. We're going to have more activities going on this year. As a warm-up, we had Open Streets Nomar. Yeah. And we've done Nomar a couple times. It's a shorter route, but it's really got the Hispanic vibe to it. We do it on Cinco de Mayo. It's just been so popular. Everybody gets really excited about it.
Yeah, it's really cool. Nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, how long has this been going on? Like, what year did this start?
So, over 6 years, this is the 5th one, because we had to shut down for one of them. Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, that's really cool. What's the weirdest thing you've seen at Open Streets besides the turkey?
I
won't say weird. I'll say unexpected.
One of the things I think is different is some people come in costume. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
That's what it was the steampunk costume.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
On one of those really old time bicycles, and they got into it. Really kind of cool character, and really kind of got everybody excited. And then another part of this is really cool is we invite the police mounted patrol. They bring their horses, and that's always a huge hit. It's just such a cool gathering, and it's in a street.
Just open up a street.
Yeah.
Now, how far does this stretch? I think you might have covered this a little bit, but
it's 4.1 miles, and that was one of the things that was just one of the issues with the mayor and the police was how are we going to manage 4.1 miles. But the length of it is what's really cool about it. And this kind of event is all over the country. Portland, Los Angeles does 10 of them a year. Portland, I think, does 6 of them a year. They do them in different neighborhoods across their cities. And each one of them is different. Each one of them has a different flavor. Portland, it's so bike-centric. They love their bikes, and it's 95% bicycles. And you go from one hub to another hub, and then each one of the hubs has all kinds of activities. But the length of it is what's really important. Each one of them, the length is anywhere between 3 or 4 miles to 10 miles.
Wow.
That length is what makes this so different. We don't want this to be a block party where you have everything in 2 or 3 blocks. The length of it is what's really, really important to get people moving, to get them to see other parts of the city, to bring your bicycle to exercise, and to promote using the streets for things other than just driving your car.
Yeah. All right, so it's from noon to 5 p.m. this coming Sunday, as of this recording, September 18th.
That's correct, and we're all going to be there.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
All right, so to wrap it up, I know you've got to run here soon, but do you have any dad jokes for us? We just grabbed you, so
I think I shared one with you that I just heard again this morning that I liked. I don't know. So my wife is trying a new career. Okay. And so every time she walks into a room, she just lights up the room because she's an interior decorator.
Aw,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Very
sweet.
nice.
That's
Yes.
cute.
Very good.
Yeah.
Troy.
I like that.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, take it.
Okay. What does a ghost mom say when she gets in the car?
Ghost mom say when she gets in the car. I don't know.
Fasten your seat belts.
Oh.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I've got another one.
Okay.
What's a ghost's favorite play? Romeo and Juliet. It's bad.
Nice. So I went with the finance theme. We were going to have our
we're
internal auditor on,
Yeah.
and she had to cancel, so we brought Troy in last minute. So he didn't have a lot of time to prep.
You literally just grabbed him.
Grabbed him and said, "Hey, we're going to
Told him
record
in
this
studio.
right now."
Yeah.
So my accounting friend, which would have been Christina,
Yeah.
she is so mean. She always laughs at my expense.
Oh. Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
We'll have to tell that to her later.
Why do investors always buy Altoids?
Why?
They're great investments.
Okay.
And with that, Troy, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Open Streets. And thanks for all the things you guys do.
We'll see everybody
Thanks,
on Sunday, and thanks for watching.